One, I am a trans person. These are my experiences, not universal trans people's experiences, just my personal experiences as a trans person. Two, I would never have been able to write this without the poetry, kindness, and guidance of T.C. Colbert, who is an excellent poet, and you should check out their work. So, this is the first letter. Dear Isaiah, it feels strange to write to you again, but there is so much that I want to say, whether you hear it or not. My child, my dear, my once was, my never will. Before you and your sisters were born, it was a hell of a ride. Neither of us really know for sure, but I think the stories have truth to them. Mom and Dad wanted the second kid. They got twins. Then our proto-sister became the embryos that would grow into Kate and Maya. You were there from the start. Fraternal for our identical sisters. For your entire life, people saw them as twins and you as someone else. And let me tell you, people still see they're almost identical before our tripletness. All three of us were born 2 months premature, totaling a little over a pound or two. Maya was the smallest, Kate the biggest, and so it was for most of your childhood. Till puberty took you to the tallest of our trio, and Maya is still so small, but goddamn is she fierce. God bless. Isaiah, when you were born, all three of you had odds against survival, and even then, life was going to be tough. For Maya, perhaps most of all. You were born intersex, a word you learned only a year before you fade away. A shame you couldn't have seen more of that very past. But we are not sea and sky clear borders, we are sunset colors bleeding into each other. For a time, we were two beings in one body. I was coming into the world when you were leaving. We didn't talk much. Some days this body still feels a little empty without you. Some days it feels like you would fit in it better. But you knew what you were doing when you left. Much more than I know what I'm doing now. It's odd to say I miss you, especially since I tried to bury you. To burn any trace of you and cut all ties I had with this city, with my home too tied up, with all the memories of you, with the bones of who I was. I wanted to get rid of you and leave this town, and cut out everyone who could remember you when they saw me. I guess seeing things from a new home showed me what I missed. I'm sorry I tried to erase you, but it felt like as long as a part of you remained, I couldn't be me in full. Now, when relatives address me with your name, it feels like I'm playing a character, not putting on an old identity. Isaiah, you were named for a prophet of peace and war before that peace could win our hearts. But you were not named from religious parents. Your name bears the weight of prophets, of a people of history. I am amazed you held it so high. When I got that paper that declares my name legally changed, I felt like I betrayed that name. Like I was turning away from not just my history, but my people, like I was betraying our parents, like I was too weak to bear your name. I may have chosen my own name, but it still holds you like a birthmark. I don't hate your name, it just stopped fitting me. You have your name and I have mine. In truth, it hurts more when people mistake me for sir, man, and he than when they mistake me for you. I've started to clean the ash off the parts of me that you passed down. I'm starting to rebuild a few bridges I burned when I try to get rid of people who remember you when they see me. I'm still afraid they see you when they look at me, but that's not their fault, and if they're worth it, they'll learn that I am not. Mom and Dad loved you, you know, even when you didn't think so, even when it was hard. Isaiah, some days Mom and Dad still mourn you. I have only just begun to. It's odd to mourn, when it feels like parts of you remain, when I know parts of you are in me, but you and I can't coexist, not whole anyway, so I mourn you, I remember, and you give me strength. My precious child, you hurt so much, and that hurt has given me resolve, has taught me how to weather so much. It shaped you as much as me. My child, much of your hurt is not your fault. You deep-hearted little one, friendship comes in many forms, and bullies are not always easy to spot or stop. The doctors who tried to fix us into boy were bullies. The middle school where you discovered we were queer for the first time was a bully, but it had its sanctuaries. I'm sure you remember the library that sheltered us with books and kind people who let us sit in quiet and just be. I haven't set foot since we left. I know you never wanted to go back there, but maybe... No, I don't think I want to either. I hope you're proud of me, Isaiah. I hope you think I'm worth all you gave up to let me be. I know I'm proud of you, of all you did. The lessons you learned have come to me, and I'm trying to learn from them too. We both have a bad habit of making the same mistakes again and again. I'm proud of all the growth you did, and all the maturity it took to go to rest. I'll join you someday. Isaiah, I've learned to keep living, but you never imagined a future beyond high school. That made things a little bit difficult going into college, but in a way, your predictions weren't wrong. You just didn't end the way you expected to. I'm glad. To be honest, I have trouble imagining life beyond college, but I know I'll get there for both our sakes. When you were still Isaiah, but no longer a boy, transitioning seemed like an impossible dream. I am taking the first steps. And I know it's a road I'll walk the rest of my life, but I'm happy to say I've started at least some of the goals you thought were only fantasy. I'm making myself who I want to be, who I ought to be. and I'm still accepting who I am. Isaiah, I'm honored to have shared this body and this life with you, for however brief it was. I'm honored you gave me the chance to be. I'm taking chances on myself too. Isaiah, I know who you were. I know who I am. I know who I was. You do not negate me any more than I can erase you. It's an odd place to be, mourning and remembering and being and experiencing. I'm still learning how to do it all. You were born 18 years before I was, but I still have your memories, looking at the past, from a life of someone who's gone, but who passed their experiences on to me. A person who died, but only in spirit, who gave their body so I can be now. I still have your memories, but yours stop, and mine keep going. I'm confused by our relationship. I want to keep growing as my own person, but with your influence over my soul. I'll keep going forward for both our sakes, and so that I know I can be who I am, who I believe I can be. With thanks, Issi.